good YouTube? It's your boy Warstu and Baz the Fash Dog. So this will be my video breakdown rant review on Arrow Season 5, Episode 4, Penance. So this episode is most likely the worst episode to date within this new season. Overall view was they're taking the focus away from the main star, who is Oliver Queen. So let's get into this video. So Arrow started with the new team 2.0 going out in the battle, in the field, trying to take something off one of Tobias Church's guys. And within the first minute of this episode, I was a bit annoyed because we have Artemis, who pretended to be the Black Canary for a while, and then they've turned her into Artemis from the Young Justice. But the problem here is she's become an archer like Arrow is, but we haven't been told that she's an archer. We haven't actually seen her train in any shape or form with a bow, so it's just inconsistencies. And then we basically get Mr. Terffic. Curtis is a great character. I like the Curtis character. I just don't like the Mr. Terffic character. He gets his ass kicked, and then later on in the episode, after it, he's got no bruises, no marks on his face, when this guy was literally punching him in the face. He would have some marks. So inconsistency into making it realistic. Wild Dog ruins the mission once again by going for him when Artemis had a clear shot, and then Oliver comes in, and then Arrow comes and saves the day. So later on, this device that they later on took back to the police lockup, it was a setup which was kind of obvious. It was a setup for Tobias Church to come in. The wall exploded when the bomb went off, and basically he came in and took away the weapons he wanted. The new DA and Deputy Mayor Quinton Lance was in there, so that was kind of interesting. We got to see the DA saying maybe he thought vigilantes, he's got the wrong impression about them. As Ragman takes, they kind of explode the wall, Ragman takes the blow, and then Wild Dog, Artemis and Mr. Terffic comes in and potentially saves the day. So the DA and the mayor, deputy mayor, get out safe, but Wild Dog is left behind after he's repeatedly punched in the face. From the trailer, it looked like he got punched in the face. So we got into a fight with Tobias Church. Tobias Church to me is a shit villain. He doesn't. Every time Oliver's kind of had a fight with him, it's not been an issue. He's just got no. He's got no presence. Prometheus, yes, he's a cool villain, good villain, bad villain. But Tobias Church has no presence. I don't even think he's a villain, to be honest. I just see him like a side role. I have no idea what he's doing there. So you're wondering, how did they get there? So Felicity Smoke, let's talk about her. I really like the actor Felicity Smoke, but the writers are really screwing her over with the roles and positions they're putting her in. So Oliver is breaking John Diggle out, and that's the main empathy of the episode. So it's up to Felicity to send the team in, and she's like, make sure no one gets killed, which is kind of a pun, seeing as Wild Dog gets captured. So that was kind of interesting. And obviously early in the episode, Ragman quit the team, but after a team talk with Felicity Smoke, he came back. And basically, I think without Ragman, there aren't really any people in this team who are any good. I actually am starting to like Artemis. I just wish they would build on her character development a lot more, as there's so many inconsistencies with her, and she doesn't get many. You don't even know she's in the room sometimes. It's so inconsistent where they're focusing on Curtis and Mr. Terffic and Wild Dog. I mean, Ragman, he should get more time than he actually does. So Mayor Queen, Arrow, has to break into a military prison to break John Diggle out, and then he will be a fugitive after that. Then that's pretty much Felicity most important line she's ever said. He will be a fugitive. So it doesn't really make much sense breaking him out of military prison if he's going to be on the run. But with this show and the writers and Guggenheim, there's probably going to be some kind of severance that he gets, where he gets let off for breaking out of jail, which makes no sense if you're thinking about it like a real like a real life situation. If he broke out of jail, his sentence would be a lot worse. But as we know, Spartan is in the 3-night crossover. We know that Spartan's coming back to Team Arrow, which will make it a lot stronger. I really do like John Diggle being in the show. It's not been the same without him not being on the team. Yes, he's been in the show, but he hasn't actually been with the team. So overall, I would probably give this episode a 5 out of 10. That is being nice. We've got some more Bravats flashbacks, which they are starting to make sense, being a bit more consistent and more to do with the overall storyline. I actually really like the flashbacks in this episode, as we got to see that Bravat, if I'm saying that right, it's all about trust. And now in this episode, KJ Beast, I don't know if he goes by this name, but Anatolia, I think his name is, the Bravat now trusts him, so whatever Oliver's trying to do, he's trying to get to this guy, I can't remember his name. So that's going to be quite interesting to see where that is going. And Penance, the episode, is obviously about John Diggle wanting to stay in prison to append for killing his brother, but the crime that he's in prison for, military prison, he didn't actually commit. So there's a few storylines going on. The only real positive about this episode is they're building on John Diggle's character and kind of building on Ragman slightly. So at the end, Tobias Church takes Wild Dog. We've seen the mask in the trailer with the blood dripping, like implying he's dead. He's obviously not dead, so he's obviously going to be tortured for them to find out who Arrow is. So in the next episode, can't remember the title, but the mayor's going to get shot. So then he's going to get a new bodyguard, who is the dude from Jessica Jones. Can't remember his name, but he was in Jessica Jones. So yeah, it was an okay-ish episode. Felicity, I don't dislike the actor. I just think it kind of was like an episode of Felicity and Friends. I can remember more scenes from Felicity than actually more scenes from the main star Oliver. I mean, the first 3 episodes, they were getting back on the right tracks, but this Penance episode has took them right back, and I wasn't really happy with the overall episode. There was a few minor parts that kind of made the program okay this week. I mean, I'm always going to watch Arrow because I absolutely love the Arrow show, but the current route they're taking at the moment is not looking good. So that's my Rant review today. It's Thursday, so I just watched it this morning. The Flash Dog's here, he's asleep. And if you want to catch out my other videos, there will be some cards over the top here, so just click on them and there'll be a subscribe button over the top somewhere. So, Warstu out, sipping the monsters, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.